What's going on, y'all? Polo Sports Talking Entertainment here again with another one. Be sure to hit that like button, sub to the channel if you're not a member, and be sure to hit them notifications so that you're able to get all of my content as well as all of my videos. Um, this is the this is more anticipated than I would say the Nets and the Celtics series. I'm just gonna be honest with you because here you have two teams that run a fine line between each other. Okay. Uh, what's up with it, Celtics Nation? I see you in the building. You have two very balanced teams. No matter how we really want to try to get away from looking at it, because on Boston's end, as I've said before, they have a perfect mix of pretty much everything, like a total complete package of all the previous championship teams, because they are a championship level team. Okay, and I disagree with. I think uh it was somebody on uh NBA on TV. It was either I think it was Kenny Smith or it might have been Shaq, one of them. But they said that they're not ready yet, or something to that degree. But they are a championship level team because they're playing every possession as if it means something, and they're not giving no team no type of room to breathe. Uh, they were talking about Dallas the other day in reference to how Jason Kidd has them playing defense, and everybody's rotating and doing their part and things of that nature. Boston's doing the same thing, and they're becoming, I would say, this, the second blueprint to what Phoenix is doing. Only difference with Phoenix is, I would say, they run they run a little bit more than what Boston does, but Boston has a perfect mix to do that too. You know, like they could play ugly, they can make the game ugly, they can make the game pretty. What's up with it, TJ? I see you in the building, man. And I'm gonna talk about Shakur Stevenson and Valdez. I'm gonna talk about that fight, and I'm also gonna talk about Canelo and Bivol too as well. I think a lot of people are giving Canelo some pushback on Bivol. They feel like Bivol could actually surprise some people, but that's not gonna happen. And then when it comes to Shakur Stevenson, I keep telling people time and time again that Shakur Stevenson is the next face of boxing. Okay, he's the next face of boxing, no matter how you want to slice it. Uh, the reason why is because he could lay your ass out. Okay, yeah. Hopefully, man. Hopefully, you jump back on a panel one of these days, TJ. Man, you've been hella quiet, man, for real. But I understand. I'm just messing with you, man. But he's the perfect package. And I know some people probably gonna disagree with me. I know I'm gonna get some pushback. I know some people gonna say I'm capping all this other BS. Shakur Stevenson reminds me of a shorter, a shorter, and to a lesser degree, Muhammad Ali. Okay, so you could take that what it is, and it's because he has a perfect package of everything. But anyways, man, let me get back to what I was talking to. Boston and the Bucks, man, are more similar than what people think. Now, when it comes to the Bucks, of course, you have a superstar in Giannis Antetokounmpo, who is able to get you buckets. And the big question is how Ama Udoka is going to be able to counter that and be able to neutralize a guy like Giannis. Now he was able to neutralize both scoring for the most part when it came to KD and when it came to Kyrie. But the thing about it too, what they have on their side is they have defense too. You know, they have defense and they have rebounding, they have energy, they have hustle too as well. That's just the same thing that I was saying about Boston. Boston has that same little mix too, and they have a whole bunch of guys who you wouldn't expect, to come into the and to come through in tight situations. Like who would have thought Grayson Allen would have came through? Now we knew what Grayson Allen was in college, but Grayson Allen had and when he I think when he played for Memphis too. We knew that he could score, but everything was so overshadowed by his his dirtiness on the floor. I knew what he was when he came to do it. Like from an offensive standpoint, yeah, he great and everything, but at the talking, uh, you know, he, you playing dirty like that. That doesn't make me look at you in at the same juncture. Like if Bill Laimbeer would have just played like normal and just without the fouling and stuff like that, I'd have been like, Bill Laimbeer is a solid big man. Uh, for what it was, because Bill Laimbeer could step out and hit the jumper and do all that other stuff. But the fact that he was a dirty player and doing stuff like that he was doing back in the days, it made you not look at him the same. But that's a whole nother topic too as well. But this right here should be, and it feels like the Eastern Conference Finals, man. That's what it feels like. That's what it feels like, man. It has that type of feel. Some people were saying that it was the Nets and the Bucks, and one could argue that it did have sort of that feel too. But I think that this one right here is more of that feel because if you look at where both of these teams were ranked, um, especially on the defensive end, that speaks volume. Then you got uh, two alphas that are about to go at it in Giannis and in Tatum. You know, and then and not taking definitely not taking nothing away from Jaylen Brown. And then of course you got the other, the supporting cast from the two those two teams. So I look for it to be a very exciting series. This is what it's about. And as I've said before, this this type of atmosphere right here is what you want. Welcome to team ball again. To Clash of the Titans. Look, we got Lakers fans that are paying attention to the playoffs. You would have thought a lot of Lakers fans and LeBron fans would have cut the TV off and not even watch it or watch something else, watch some reality shows or watch Snowfall or watch Mayans or watch you know anticipate winning time or something like that. Some reality shows or docu series. No, they watching the playoffs. They tuning in. They ready for the next game. Now, somebody, one one of the brothers said this, man, I kind of agree with this. I wish that there wasn't so much space between the games. I wish there wasn't, so much space between the games because, us having to wait and stuff like that, you anticipating things of that nature. I wish they would just get right back to it. That's that's kind of the reason why I cling on to college a lot. I cling on to it because there's a lot of excitement when it comes to college basketball because so many people are watching it, and also I've said this, if people are going to sit up here and they're going to talk about, oh yeah, well, we need to shorten the season and stuff like that, wouldn't y'all think that maybe they would do their best to try to come with a scenario of one and done? I mean, wouldn't y'all think that? I mean, that's just me. I want it to be one and done. I think the excitement of one and done basketball is better. Just my opinion. I don't want to see, okay, yeah, we just we're expecting LeBron and the Lakers, to be in the championship. Nah, I want to see some parity. I want edge on your seat basketball. And that's, listen, I'm not gonna say I haven't enjoyed the game. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button coming in. Hit the like, hit the like button. Um, I'm not gonna say that I did not enjoy the game of basketball, but I mean over the past couple of seasons or whatever, I got kind of like sick of, okay, knowing what was fitting to happen or knowing what was fitting to play out. It was getting on my nerves. I was tired of it. I was tired of it. But now that we're in a situation, hold on one second, y'all. All right, sorry about that, y'all. Sorry about that, y'all. Okay, but this is a perfect mix of everything. Um, Now this series could go either way, and I know some people are gonna try to deflect. I already know True to King, he gonna try to sit up here and try to deflect like he always do. You know what I'm saying? But it could go either way. It could go either way. And I'm just messing with True to King. What's up with it, Slinky? Yeah, hey Slinky, man, y'all about to make a historic comeback with us. Y'all probably gonna make a historic ass comeback, bro. Real talk. And I'm gonna let you in if you want to come in here. You know, the link is in the chat if you feel some type of way. Now, look, when I say that this series could go either way, like I said, it's because okay, on one end, you have a guy in Ama Udoka who's going to be able to adjust. He's going to be able to take it. Yeah, he's likely out for most of the series, but they're talking about there's a chance that he might come back. You said Celtics in 5, respectfully. I'm surprised you didn't say a sweep, sir. Mister, I'm gonna sweep the whole playoffs. But you know what though, True? Somebody pointed out to me yesterday, True. Make sure y'all go subscribe to True the King TV, by the way. Listen, hey True. They told me that the Bucks are #1 defensively in the playoffs. But if you look at from the eye test, you like, man, that can't be. I disagree, sir. But you do have a good argument because, as I said Middleton is needed. Middleton is a clutch shot maker at times, and on top of that, he's a defensive prowess. They need him defensively as much as they talk about Giannis and Drew Holiday and Portis being solid defensively as well as Grayson Allen with his dirty ass. They still need Middleton. So you're right. Yeah, I mean, but this is the NBA, sir. Phoenix played the Pelicans. I mean, shit, we playing the Raptors. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't matter, man. It's the NBA, and they still won a game. Hey, hey, True, they won a game. The Nets didn't win no goddamn games against y'all. Come on now. But I understand what you're saying. Uh, I put to you like this though. I, I'll tell you this though, True. What people are talking about this wall that they were talking about a couple years ago to stop Giannis and all that other stuff. That's not gonna work this time. And I don't think Ama Udoka is gonna really approach it like that either. He's too cerebral for that shit. Giannis is very good for his playmaking too. He's starting to figure out that he could use his team a lot more and stuff, and that's very vital. They do got shooters on their team, man. But like I said, y'all have similar styles. But I'll give you some wiggle room on Middleton though. I'll give you because I already put that out there. I already said that Middleton is needed. I already said that Middleton is needed. Um, I guess what you at work, True? Man, I put that link up in there, bro. Make sure y'all hit the like button too, man. But man, like I like a series like this because it could go either way. If we're talking about a good solid, what's up with the Albuquerque Turkey? You gonna watch that draft tonight? Hey, True, are you? Hey, True, if you still in there, man, because I was gonna go live for the draft, but I mean, are you talking about going live for the draft, man? And Albuquerque, are y'all gonna watch the draft tonight? Cause you got let's take the hold on 1 second. Yeah, cause tonight you got 3 different games going on. You got we play at 6. Then the Pelicans have all of these are closeout games, or Likely to be closeout games. They are 3-2 games. Are you gonna watch the draft? Okay. I mean, who? Hey, Albuquerque, who is your team, bro? I bet it's the Cardinals, huh? What's up with it, True Viking? I see you in the building. Your counterpart is in here, True the King. Oh, okay, yeah. That's right. You a Cowboys fan? Well, we'll have to see what happens with the Cowboys. I'm looking for because there was another thing that I looked up too, right? What's it called? Julio Jones is still waiting for somebody to pick him up, and so is Jarvis Landry. And then, of course, everybody want to know. Everybody want to know where Debo gonna go. Nah, I mean, nah, not at all. Because if we lose, I already know what's gonna take place, man. Listen, and I've told you time and time again, if y'all listen to me, we're not gonna win with this team, dog. If Do you really honestly think that we could keep up with a team that is really feeling it? They're on the high right now, like a Boston. Miami is on a high right now, and I know they're playing Atlanta or whatever, or they played Atlanta at least. But it'd be silly for you to think that we could keep up with a team like that. But I'm not nervous because I already know what's finna go down. Albuquerque Turkey. I already know what's finna go down. Listen. They come back. It's gonna be a historic comeback, and guess what? Because of that, either way, Doc was gonna get canned. I'd be surprised. I would be really fucking surprised if Doc doesn't lose his job. We'll have to see. Man, listen, anything can happen, man. Anything can happen. You don't even like Debo. You don't even like Debo. And listen, I'm telling you, he's not staying, man. And I don't want to hear nothing about this. Listen, uh, Matt Moses, Matt Moses has said this. He said that it's a publicity stunt. Man, this ain't no dude. This ain't no publicity stunt. They are really going at it. And look, I'm not no 49ers fan or nothing. He may know more, about his squad and everything, but this ain't no publicity stunt. Debo is really like he wants his money. He wants that 25 mil, and on top of that, he wants to stop being used so much. Man, you gonna put stress. He already had injury before. But I'm still on that shit you said, Albuquerque, about him being a diva. That right there, I'm not gonna let slide. But I'm just saying, man, like for Debo to stay, they gonna have to give him that money, bro, because he's deserving of it. This guy right here, man, pretty much like I said, was the majority of the team's offense. But anyways, man, I'm not talk. I'm gonna try to stay on topic. But yeah, man, we never, to be honest with you, we never were really a threat. We were always like kind of fool's gold, if you really want to be honest. We were fool's gold, and that's how we always been. A few years ago, ended up getting our asses swept. Then on top of that, we were the number one seed last year. Ended up losing to a team that wasn't expected to even make the playoff. Well, in terms of how everybody had viewed them. What's up with it, Ted Cox? I see you in the building. We don't possess enough firepower off the bench, and we're not good enough defensively. We're not good enough defensively, man. So I'm not. It's not a case of me being nervous. I'm just like, man, you had a chance to close it out. I understand that Joel Embiid is not 100%, but there's a lot of guys that are playing that aren't 100%, but they're not sitting here and they're not talking about it. They just not talking about it. I mean, we should be. Listen, to be honest with you, we should be where Boston has been going. And I guess you could say I'm a little bitter. You know what I'm saying? I would like us to play more like that. I mean, Boston is showing at least. People want to know why I talk about them so much is because okay, in the last few years they've been to several Eastern Conference Finals, or like they went, they went in the bubble and they went, uh, uh, just prior to that. That's where we should be. And look, while that's not a championship or nothing like that, that's showing okay, we're missing something. If we sitting here and we getting constantly bounced out, we are number one seed. Then on top of that, you a number one seed, and then you getting thrown out. You know what I'm saying? By a team that's not even expected to be in there. Man, that says something about your whole entire front office. We'll have an MVP. You know what I'm saying? That MVP don't mean shit if you can't get nothing done in the regular season. That's why, like when it comes to Giannis, he took a lot of criticism for that, but you surrounded him with a lethal team or a, a lethal um, amount, well, a lethal, several lethal guys on there that could get things done. Man, he'll be able to flourish, and that's what they've done for Tatum and Brown. You said Tobias Harris really needs to step up. No, Tay Cox, he has stepped up. Tobias has stepped up. Tobias has been doing a tremendous job defensively. Do you realize he has stepped up? You do know Tobias Harris. Tobias Harris is averaging um it's like I think it was 18 last time I checked. Now it's down to now it's down to 17. But he's shooting over 48%. On top of that, he's averaging a 6.8 rebound, and he had 3 games where he had a double double. He had 20 and 10. I mean, he had a 26. You said Tobias Harris needs to step up, right? You said Tobias Harris needs to step up. Okay, let's just go through that because I'm not gonna listen. I'm not gonna allow people. I'm not talking about you, Ted Cox, but there have been people that have really said shit about Tobias Harris, but the guy is putting in work. They said that about him last season when he was in the playoffs, and he was really our scoring punch. Besides Joel Embiid too. So check this out. And of course, when Shake Milton was playing better. All right, he had 26 and 6 the first game. He shot 9 of 14. Then he had 20 and 10 the second game. Okay, he shot 7 of 11. Now he didn't have scoring wise, he didn't do that good in terms of how many points he put on the board. He had 11 points. He shot 4 of 9, which is decent. But he had 12 rebounds. And then he had 15 of 11. But see, you got to think about it. He did play 47 minutes. But you got to look at that's not going to tell the whole tale because he was playing defense. That's when we were up 3-0. We went up 3-0. He shot 7 and 12 the next game. He had 15 and 11. And then last game, he was, he was very inefficient, man. He had 16. He only shot 37%, but I think that was his worst game. Like if we're looking at it from percentage wise, but Tobias Harris was 50, 40, 90. Ted Cox, and on top of that, well, close to 50, 40, 90, and he was averaging 18, damn near 20 points a game. But this year he's averaging just right at 17. Yeah, Tobias Harris, man, he's always good, for us. And if it's not Maxi, then it's Tobias Harris. I can't allow people. And they were talking about getting rid of Tobias Harris, which was very, very stupid. Well, listen, Ted. It I try not to. Oh yeah, well he's trash. He's trash. He's trash. And I'm not saying you did, but there were other people that actually had a nerve enough to call Tobias Harris trash. He's shooting better than James Harden. He's shooting way better than James Harden. James Harden shooting like 41%. And he just came up from that. Tobias Harris is shooting damn near 49% from the field. And on top of that, he's getting rebounds. So, I mean, I'm not gonna sit here. Tobias Harris is doing his job, man, and he's doing what's necessary for the betterment of the team. It's just that okay, he's quiet and shit, so of course people gonna try to go at him and stuff like that. He's worth his money, and it's a crying shame that people don't look at him now. I tell you who hasn't been doing his job. You need to look at a guy like Danny Green. You got to look at Shake Milton. You got to look at some of those guys, man. Danny Green just started playing okay. Danny Green just started playing okay. He just started playing okay. He shot 50% that last game. Hey, before that, hey, because he's been shooting 39% from the field. That's not no Danny Green light shooting. I mean, he had 3 points against Cleveland, going back all the way to the beginning of April. Three. He had 18 against Toronto, 15, 0 points against Detroit, 2 points against Toronto, 11 points against Toronto. shot 4 of 12, 9 points against Toronto, 3 of 8. Shot 20% in game 3, only 20%, but his defense had got a lot better. And then he just had his first and his fourth game were his best games. Danny Green, you're used to seeing Danny Green be one of the elite 3-and-D guys like he was earlier in his career when he was with San Antonio, and to some degree with Toronto. Because I think people forget that Danny Green, he got 3 rings. He has 3 rings, man. He won in 14, 19, and 2020. You know, so I really feel like this series is going to go down to a wire. People want to talk about if this series is going to go 7 games and all this other stuff. Yeah, it's quite possible. I mean, people are already talking about a 7-game series. I know True has said, respectfully in 5, but I can't go with that. Look, I like Middleton. I think what he brings to the table is a lot. But for some reason, man, hey, Coach Budenholzer, he's trying to step his game up a little bit. I'm not saying he's on the level of Ama Udoka, but at the same token, they both were under the school of Popovich. We got to look at that. We definitely got to look at that, man. But nobody's coming in here, man. Y'all let me know what you think, man. Leave your comments, like the video, share it, subscribe, hit the notification. Polo Sports Talking Entertainment. You know I'll be back again later.